All right, the last step is to combine everything we just made and add some audio, a little bit of video editing, and export it as a video file. So to do that, I'm going to use Video Sequencer. Usually, I'm using DaVinci Resolve, the free version, but for this course, I decided to use Video Sequencer built in Blender. So to use the video sequencer inside Blender, either go to File, New, and Video Editing, or like here, you see this plus button. Click on it, and Video Editing, and Video Editing. All right, that's the video sequencer. Here, let's go ahead and change this panel to Graph Editor. Just want to show you something this second. So let's keep that open. This is your preview right here. This is your timeline down here, and your property and your end panel basically, or property for each clip, either sound or video. So let's go ahead and load your render. How to do that? So just like other part of the Blender, you can hit Shift A and add, or use this add menu up here. As you might remember, we exported the render as image sequence. So in this case, we need to go to image sequence, click on it, and this is our image. So hit A, grab them all, and add strip. So it's loaded right here. If you grab and scribe, see, this is our video. The ending right now, it's 250. Our ending is 350, I believe, right? Yeah. So let's go make it 350. So we have some channels here. Video sequencer, it's gonna put everything in a same timeline. In the DaVinci Resolve, you might see a line right here, audio down, video up, subtitle above that, and it's actually separated here, not so much, everything much together. So this is our video loaded. Let me grab and put it somewhere around maybe channel 4. To do that, just like other part of the Blender, you can use G for grab and combine it with XY. So let me go G and Y and put it exactly right here. Right. I went and separated the audio from the original intro and export it as a MP3 file. So let me grab it and drag right into the timeline. This is our audio right there. And as you can see, the audio, I believe, is 12-ish seconds. Our animation is a little bit too long. So to change the speed of this clip to match it to the audio, you just need to go to strip menu right here and retiming at the end, of course. Go at the end of the animation right here. And add strip, retime, add retime key. So you see right here, diamond added at the ending and start, and you see 100% the speed of the current speed of the video right there. So just grab, just click on here and drag it to match the audio. So speed of 118. Let's see the whole thing. Yeah, that's more like it. Right. and done. So let me see what's the end point right here is the 299, right? No, it's 300. And 117, not 118 of speed. So let's go change the end to 300 and basically good to go. So to hear the sound down here as we scrubbing, just need to go to playback menu and audio scrubbing enabled. So now you hear the sound right here. Right. So I have one problem with this thing, and that's here when it is sliding. Let me go ahead and make the channels a little bit taller. So here, need to start one or two frame sooner. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the audio right here by using hotkey K. All right, and push this one frame. It's kind of happening the right moment. All right, so that's my only problem with this thing. Alrighty, so another thing is to add some text when like so actually put the eye to the ground or push the eye to the ground right about here. A text gonna appear right here and says Animation Studios. So let's go ahead and do that by adding some text. So the text is a little bit tricky inside video sequencer. It's not as good as other editing softwares. So I'm gonna do my best to match that to the original animation. So let me go ahead and grab this reference. Oh, this is not the one. Let me find that in the other screen. Something with text. So this one. Started from A to R. A and S is a little bit bigger than others, so we don't have something like that, just like Photoshop inside the video sequencer. So we need to go ahead, make the A separate strip and S separate strip, and animation to use the other letters in separate strips. So let's do that then. Also, I couldn't find the exact font, so I'm gonna do my best to match it. To add the text, just need to go to Add right here. Text. Grab, put it here, and let me find the moment here. We need a little bit room for fading in and fading out. Oh, speaking of fading, let me grab the whole thing and put it one channel up before adding text. Let's go ahead and add something in the background, a color, to have a black background when we fading in, before fading in and fading out. So let's go ahead and inside the add menu, go ahead, click on color. It's gonna make a strip. So push it up below the video, and while we add it, let's go ahead and use snapping to snap the color right into the starting and drag it to make it bigger. All right, so now let's go ahead and add some fade to the animation. grab your video strip, right click, fade, fade in and out right here. And inside Graph Editor, as you can see, we have something going on right here. This is our starting point, ending point, and we have fade. So you can control the fade using a graph. So if you wanted this fade to happen a little bit sooner, grab this one, this key right here, and GX, and go right here. You see? It's gonna change right there. Maybe you wanted to change the fade out. So same deal, GX, and push it right there. And let's see the results. Go back to the start, and ZAR fade in immediately, and ZAR fade out. That's really fast. I'm gonna put it back to the original fade right there. So let's go get rid of this graph right there. And this is the result, default fade. Nice. So back to the text. So grab your text right here and drag it to the end. All right. Let's go ahead and make an A. This is our A right here. Let's find a font. I'm gonna open up my font, maybe this font. Let's see. No. It's a little bit too fat. Let's go maybe something like this. So it's italic. What about this one? And looking good, but let's go with the S. So I'm gonna go ahead and type the S. And S is kinda look like that. So let's go and use this font right here. You might have this font, you might not. I'm not sure if this one installed by any software or not, but feel free to use any font you have or you want. So it doesn't matter that much. Let me change the color of the font right here below the size to not black. Let me go ahead and sample this color right there. You have some shadow angle, and other settings such as transform, crop, time, and other stuff. We don't use those. So let's go ahead and push this with transform right here, and x-axis go here, and in y-axis go here. Alrighty, maybe a little bit more low. Go ahead and duplicate this one. So Shift D, GY goes up. Let's type the other letters. So N space I space M A T I O N. All right, so let's change the layout. So anchor the X to the left. Same deal with the A right there. And now let's move the A again. So transform goes here, and size-wise need to go a bit bigger. So maybe 75 in this case. All right, so let's grab both of this and Shift D, GY, go up. This is A, let's change it to S. And this is animation, let's change it to TUDIOS. All right, let's go grab both of them. Just like other function inside Blender, you can grab both and hold in Alt, push them right here. Also this one, the studios, need to go back a bit right here. So let me go grab all of them, Alt, and go back. All right. In this stage, we don't have the ability to add the fade to this thing. So the thing we need to do is to convert this to a single strip. So grab them all. All right, check, double check. Is it correct? Animation Studios, yeah. Right click and make it a meta strip right there. So that's one strip. You have your transform right here and your scale. So let's grab them both and scale that down. Move it to place right here. Right, nice. Now let's go ahead, add some fade to this one. Fade in and out. It's gonna appear right here and fade out with the other elements. All right, that's one way to add the text. Another way is, let me hide this one or deactivate it. Another way is to simply do your text in Photoshop or something and drag your PNG inside sequencer. So let me find that in project file. I'm going to include that in project file as well. So let's go ahead and find it. Where is it? Here. So this is the image. I'm going to drag and drop it right here. And extend it right here. This is a single strip and ready to go. So just gonna make it smaller. Move it here and move it down right there. And it's already good to go. Right click, fade in and out. Right there. Alrighty. It's up to you which one you like more. I'm gonna use this one, so delete the text. Alrighty. So what else? We need to add a little bit of contrast to the video to make it a little bit more sharp. Maybe change some colors or something. So grab your video strip right here and you have some tabs here. One of them is modifier. So with modifiers you can add some modifier to the strip. Right here we have brightness contrast, so I'm going to use that and increase the contrast right there. You see, I mean 9. Let me exaggerate that really hard. You see, this is making the video sharper. So let's go maybe 9 or 8 or something like that. Let's check that to the end. Not bad. Let's add one more and that's color balance. So collapse that one and you have something here for lifting some colors. So if you wanted to lift, for example, blue, let's go towards blue, make it more bluish, yellowish, purple, orange, green, and whatever color you need. So maybe go a little bit towards blue right there. And you have your gamma. Can change that right here. Not gonna do that. Right click and back to default value. And you have your gain. So maybe gain a little bit more blue or green or whatever. In this case, no need to do that. All right, just the lift then. So, it seems we done it all. There's nothing to change here. So let's talk about the exporting then. Here in the property panel, you have your usual suspects. The only thing that matter here is the color management. It's in sRGB and standard. You can change that right here to filmic or whatever you want. You have the same setting right here in the output. Post processing, color management right here. Follow the scene or override. So we have sRGB, view standard, look, whatever you want, and exposure, gamut, and other stuff. Let's go and follow the scene. The other important thing here is the output. So let's go ahead and give it a folder here. Let's make a folder. Let's call it. So caps lock is on. Let's go video and Pixar intro and accept. So the export is FF MPEG video. Scroll down, you have your video codec and your audio codec. So right now audio codec is set to none, so you don't have any audio output. Change that to AAC, otherwise you don't have anything to hear. The only thing you need to do is to first of all, let me check the frame. Yeah, the frame rate is 24. That's correct. So let's go ahead to the render and render animation. It's gonna happen so fast. Just the simple 12-second video. And the end. All right. So let's check that. I'm gonna go ahead and here, this is the video, Pixar intro, and your frame 0 to 300. And this is our video right here. Alrighty, that's that. And with that, we reached to the end. We started by making the environment, letters, and make the lamp from scratch, rig the lamp with the custom rigging and animating, then set up the scene for rendering, and finally here we made a video out of it. I hope you learned something from this course, and I wish you good luck.